So, unstoppable confidence. How owning your power elevates your brand. That's what we're going to be talking about today here on episode 758 of the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show. I'm super excited because my guest is hanging out in the virtual studio and going to be coming up to the mic momentarily as we wrap up and conclude our interviews during Women's History Month here on the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show. We have Lakisha Greene with us, CEO of House of Layla Monet, and you're going to get to meet her and hear all about it right after this quick intro. Don't you move. You're watching and listening to the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Why y'all so happy?
You don't know? Charlotte Mitchell is on the radio.
It's time to get motivated, excited, and influenced. Why? It's the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show, live from Richmond, Virginia. And now, here to motivate, excite, and influence you, Charlotte Mitchell.
Well, hello, everyone, and welcome to the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show that's broadcasting live from the capital city of Richmond, Virginia, but heard and seen all across the World Wide Web. Certainly, thank you for our live streaming audience coming in from a couple places in Facebook, certainly on YouTube and Instagram, LinkedIn. We appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. And those that check out the podcast version. Listen, Apple Podcasts is always at the top of the list, but Spotify is coming on in there and Amazon Music. So we're excited that you are here. Whether you are watching or listening, we're glad to have you because the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And I know today's topic and today's guest is going to do that. Listen, YouTube is already jumping and hot. Hey, Kim. Hey. Listen, my mom's there. Hey, Betty Jean. Welcome over on YouTube. Roberto, Marilyn, Deborah. We're glad to see you. Joe, we're glad to see you hanging out with us here on the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show. Thank you for the retweet on Twitter from Carla R. Jenkins. Thank you so much for being here as well. So listen, we are going to jump right on in because I want to use our time wisely as we have this topic on episode 758, Unstoppable Confidence, how owning your power elevates your brand. And so certainly a lot of our listeners here and viewers are entrepreneurs, business owners, dualpreneurs, or moving in that direction. So I know that this is the type of show that you want to be locked in on. So let me introduce our guest so we can bring her up to the stage. Lakisha Greene, she is here with us, affectionately known as Layla. She's the CEO and visionary behind House of Layla Monet, which is an independent fashion brand that caters to women entrepreneurs and businesses with over a decade of trailblazing experience in the fashion industry. Lakisha has earned a reputation for delivering custom designs, personal business style solutions, and product development services that empower women to express their unique style and confidence. But listen, Lakisha's influence extends beyond fashion. She's the founder of Layla Monet Beauty, which is a cruelty-free cosmetic line, and the She Wins community. And then she hosts events and some other things and a podcast. Listen, I've said enough. Let's go ahead and bring her on up to the stage on the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show. Coming up here live, Lakisha Greene. Welcome. Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey, girl. Hey. How are you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing great. Listen, I think I hear applause. Oh yeah, the audience is oh yeah.
Hey, y'all.
Listen, I wanted to make sure we got their applause in. And so we've been connected really kind of like on social media, but I'm excited that I get to feature you on the show and you're here in Richmond, which, we talk to people all around, but
Absolutely.
I love that. So I'd love, like, as we kick things off, I'd love to talk about your story and what inspired the creation of House of Layla Monet.
Well, just to give you a brief background, growing up, My parents kept me into fashion shows. They kept me into doing pageants. I was doing talent shows. My mom was a seamstress,
Okay.
um, amongst other things. And I got to have the first view, behind stage of watching my mom work as she produced fashion shows in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, because that's where I'm from.
Okay.
Um, so just seeing her put these fashion shows together, doing rehearsals, going to Burlington, TJ Maxx, JC Penney's, we're selecting items, doing model fittings, borrowing clothes from them to put on productions. And
Wow.
I felt like just having an opportunity to watch her do these things, it kind of like sparked something in me. And I'm just like, I want to do this,
This is my
This
space. This
is
is my
it. This
zone.
is what,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. So, as I got older, later on down the line, my mom was telling me things like, I want you to actually take your career further than what I did.
Oh, wow.
So I kind of tapped in and I was just like, okay, and she was like, I can show you the ropes, show you how to, do production, show you how to do this, create your contract. So, she kind of took me up under her wing. And I started to do things on my own. I started to host fashion shows, create fashion shows, design clothes for fashion shows. But later on down the line, as I became a more mature entrepreneur, a more mature
Yeah.
business owner, I started to realize and also educate myself on being a brand owner,
Yeah.
and realizing that my brand is not just about what I put on a runway. I've learned that it's not just a business. House Lady Monet is a ministry.
Yes.
It's a full ministry. So it kind of just inspired me to go further with designing clothes. And then too, also I got the joy out of when women come to me. I don't know what it is, Charlotte, but when
Uh-huh.
women come to me, my hour consultation goes beyond an hour. Because it
They just get all
becomes
in. They just get all in,
yes,
right?
and it becomes I don't only just want you to create this outfit for me or also style a wardrobe. It becomes they telling me their stories or telling me their
Wow.
goals, what they want to do in life, and how can I help them not only just elevate their brand, but also
Yeah.
elevate their appearance.
Oh, wow. Which is they go
So
hand in hand, right?
yes,
They
it
go
goes
hand
hand
in
in
hand.
hand. So once I matured, as a businesswoman, as an entrepreneur, I started to realize, girl, you're not just running a business. This is a true ministry. Yes,
Wow. And so, oh my goodness. Okay, so there's so much I could unpack right in there. So the designing and actually making clothing, are you still doing that part?
absolutely full time.
All right. Okay.
Yes, so I just actually moved into my new studio on the 15th.
I saw
So
that.
thank
Congratulations.
you. I've been I service women in the RVA area with alterations, custom designs, prom season is coming up. So I have prom clients. I also have bridal. So yes, House of Lady Monet is a full-time business. It's a full-time company. And we're very busy.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. And so
We're very busy.
moving
Yes.
and checking. And so Richmond, Virginia,
Mhm.
would be where the clientele, or do you have clientele coming from different places?
I had clientele in Charlottesville. I just had a client come up from Jersey. She wanted me to style her for her photo shoot. So clients do come in, and want my service. So I'm really excited to service all over.
Oh,
And as far as like House Lady Monet brand, we do fashion services. Also, we're doing one-on-one business
yeah.
consultations with a lot of business owners that come to me. They're like, hey, I want to be able to confidently practice my pitch. I
Yeah.
want to be able to get out there. I want to be able to get in front of the limelight. I want to be able to show up in the rooms and shake somebody's hand and say, hey, my name is such and such. So I have a few clients under my belt right now that I'm helping managing their brand.
Wonderful, wonderful. So certainly wearing tons of hats, fashion CEO and beauty
Yes.
brand founder and podcast host and community builder. How do you stay grounded while wearing, your crown and all these hats?
Well, you know what? One, I can't say I stay grounded by realizing how my service and my business can create such a positive impact,
Mm,
not only just in the community but to women too as well. So it kind of fuels my why.
okay.
It kind of just like, wow, my service can help another woman feel confident.
Yeah.
My community can help women build their confidence, self-development,
Yeah.
to kind of inspire them to tap in, to really show up and be the woman that they want to be.
All right. Period and bingo. And so,
Yes.
and so let's talk about, what does owning your power mean to you? And when did you realize really that this was going to be a game changer for your personal brand?
Well, I felt like owning my power,
Mhm.
it helped me recognize who I was. It helped me recognize who I was, but I had most definitely had to fall back for a second and do the work. I had
Yeah,
to fall back to really realize, okay, and I had to ask myself, like, okay, girl, like, well, what type of entrepreneur do you want to be? What type of business owner do you want to be? What type of woman do you want to be? What does success mean to you, and how does that look like to you?
yeah,
So I had to figure out, what that was. And now when I said, okay, now I know what I want to be. So I had to fully tap into my power and say yes to my purpose. I had to say yes to my calling. I feel like owning your power is when you're confidently saying, yes, this is
mm,
me. I am her. I'm going to be successful. Everything I do, everything I touch is going to be a full success. I'm going to inspire other women. So just showing up confidently, just saying yes to your calling, and knowing that you're able to do it.
yeah, so good. And I talked about like 6 mindset shifts
Hmm.
for visibility. I talked about that. So if you're listening to the podcast, go back 2 episodes and check that out. Not right now, but later.
Yes,
On, and really how like mindset is a big part of
absolutely.
entrepreneurship, right?
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It
And I
is.
think clothing and styling,
Yes.
which is a part of your visual brand. So,
Hmm.
people do make an assessment based off of what they see. And so kind of
Yes.
carrying on this conversation around confidence, like you said, which is key,
Hmm.
but not always easy for,
No,
people. And
it's
so
not.
were there any pivotal moments where you yourself had to like reclaim your confidence or boost your confidence when you were making business decisions?
Oh, absolutely. Before I became House of Lady Monet, I was
Mhm.
Lady Monet Boutique. I owned a boutique on Hall Street. I had a storefront on Hall Street. And stepping out at that time, many years ago,
Uh-huh.
I didn't have the knowledge that I have right now at this
Yeah.
moment. I had the business going, I had a foundation, but I wasn't truly ready for um dealing with management and things like that. I wasn't
Yeah.
ready for that. I didn't have prep.
Mhm.
I kind of was stepping out on faith, but it's a lesson learned, because once I came to a conclusion and say, okay, you know what? Let me go ahead and close the doors. A lot of things have happened behind the scenes as far as business parts of it,
Yeah.
to where I had to close the doors to my business. So that kind of broke me a little bit,
Yeah.
but it also, taking that time off, gave me the opportunity to rebuild my foundation. It gave me the
Mm.
opportunity to say, okay, like, what are you going to nourish your foundation with?
Oh, that's good.
What are you going to pour into your foundation, so that way this time around it's going to be firm, it's going to be steady. So when I came back to the forefront, I was House Lady Monet.
Oh.
So that was my
Ooh.
whole pivot moment. And then too, as I started to progress and I started to become a better entrepreneur, and my roles and my title and my
Yeah.
leadership role started to flow in, of course I had to continue to evolve. So each time I had to evolve, I had to pivot.
Yeah.
I had to pivot into each new opportunity and to become this new person. So
Oh
yeah,
my
I had
God.
plenty of pivoting moments, and I tell people all the time. And I think I posted this yesterday on social
Okay.
media about pivoting. Like, do
Yeah.
not be afraid to pivot, because at the end of the day, it's gonna help you transition. You don't want to stay stuck. That's the last thing you do not want to stay stuck.
That is so good. Lakisha Greene here. We see you all coming on in. CEO of House of Layla Monet and Layla Monet and Co. That's so powerful. So first of all, thank you for being transparent and sharing
Thank
sharing
you.
that, because a lot of times we only share the highlight reels, right? You only see the highlight
Mhm.
reels. And so we're having this conversation in episode 758 of unstoppable confidence,
Yeah.
right there, and how you rebuild and reclaim your confidence. I think that
Mhm.
like a testament to your journey. And so
Absolutely.
clearly style is a huge part of your brand. You look
Yes.
amazing. I know the hot pink was intentional. I know that was.
Yes.
And so how do you think fashion and confidence go hand in hand, in particular for women business owners?
I feel like fashion goes hand in hand because fashion is what we do every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's around us. I know it's a quote out there too, but it's around us. It's every day. We get up, we get dressed every day. No matter if you're going to work, if you're going to the store, or you're going out. I feel like as women, it's a way that we express ourselves. It's
Yeah.
we get our hair done, we get our makeup done, we put our earrings on, our accessories.
Yeah.
So I feel like sometimes confidence, it starts within. No,
Mm-hmm.
everything starts within, because no matter how much you dress up, you can still look in the mirror. If you do not have a certain level of confidence, you can still look in the mirror and pick out all the flaws.
Uh-huh.
You're seeing all the flaws. But meanwhile, people on the outside are like, oh, girl, you're beautiful. I love your
Yeah.
outfit. I love this. I love that. I love your shoes. I love your earrings. They can give you compliments all day long. But if you lack the confidence, self confidence, you're not going
Mm-hmm.
to see what people see. But at the end of the day, you most definitely want to work on that, because you want to feel confidence. Confidence starts within. Get up in the morning, be like, oh, good morning, girl.
Yes. Good morning,
How's your
gorgeous.
day? When you're getting dressed, play some music, just get into the
Yeah.
mood, set the tone for yourself, because you want compliments from other people just to be a bonus. That,
Mm.
that, that needs to be an add on to the
Ooh, that's
confidence
a
that you're going to
quote.
say to yourself.
Y'all, that's a quote. And if you tweet it, thread it, Facebook it, you need to give Lakisha Greene the credit. That's good. Compliments from others is a
It's
bonus.
a bonus.
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Absolutely.
Ooh, okay, so this is a good spot for us to take a quick commercial break. I'm gonna let you relax in the virtual green room, and we'll
Okay.
bring you back up in like just a minute. Oh my goodness, this is don't worry, this is juicy, right, y'all? So we're gonna take a quick commercial break because this segment is being brought to you by my ninth in-person conference. Can you believe it? The Platform Builder Summit. Early bird registration is open. Join us here in Richmond, Virginia, November 7th and 8th. That's a Friday and that's a Saturday. The Platform Builder Summit VIP experience. Again, our ninth business event, business conference. You can jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. Jump over to platformbuildersummit.com. And if you look down below, wherever you are listening or watching, the link is there for you. Again, Richmond, Virginia, November 7th and 8th. And sometimes people say, well, Charvette, why do you host conferences? Going into my ninth conference. Now, we've also hosted retreats, but why do people will say, why do you host conferences? Why do you host events? Why do you tailor them to women? Let me just watch this. And this is going to tell you why I do it. This is why I do it. There is something incredibly powerful about women business owners and leaders connecting. I mean, really connecting. Yes, online networking is great and it's convenient. However, there is nothing like the energy and vibe of meeting in person. It cannot be replaced. If you thrive in community, I encourage you to connect with and pursue your tribe. Maybe that's with a group of friends. Perhaps that is a local networking event or with women you connect with through a business program or cohort. Someone asked me, why do you host conferences and retreats and encourage your clients to do the same? I responded with a quote from event leader and small business advocate, Lauren Casilia. Your audience needs to know each other and you need to be the connector. My hope for high-achieving women entrepreneurs is that they have a safe space to be heard, to be seen, and to be free. All right, so that's why I host events. There you have it. But I'm going to bring our guest back up, Lakisha Greene, because she actually hosts events too. So I'm going to bring her in on this conversation as well, coming back up here. And so, Lakisha, I know you have an event coming up, but talk to me about what you found as far as events and how they really help, people with their brand and their confidence and all of that.
So I pretty much host women empowerment events, and we do have an event coming up, which is Sunday, which is Meet and Greet Her. So it gives opportunities for business professionals, women, CEOs, entrepreneurs, women who honor network and women empowerment. So it gives everybody opportunity to come out, mix and mingle. So this is a true networking event. Awesome. So when you're coming out, we're going to have like icebreakers. We're going to be able to kind of get the women to mix and mingle with each other. So it's almost as if you're not going to have the opportunity to kind of fall back and lean up against the wall and kind of see. So you're going to be interacting with us. So a lot of the events that I do is a lot of based around women empowerment events, focused on self-development, encouraging women to tap into their power and just become who God has called them to be. So it's pretty much what my events are centered around. And then we have our fashion events as well. We may come out with like a fashion show or something like that, or a pop-up shop. So everything I do, it empowers women. Pretty
wonderful. So what's the registration, the location for the most recent?
So for Sunday, the Meet and Greet Her is going to be at the Cork Hotel, which is the Richmond location. It's a free event. All you have to do is to show up in a shade of pink, grab one of your friends, and this event is most definitely for girlies who love to network and make connections.
Perfect location because the Cork Hotel has pink aesthetics and all of that. So shout out to that. And for people that are listening, saying, okay, I need styling, I need alterations, I want to come to your location, give them all the details.
So you can follow my website at houselaylamonet.com. Follow me on any social media platform at houselaylamonet. On my website, you will learn about my services. I do alterations. I do closet curations. I do custom designs. I do one-on-one business management. So you'll be able to learn about my services if you just tap into my website.
All right. I love it. And so as a plus size sister, I'm asking for the plus size sisters that's listening here. Do you work with the plus size girls?
Absolutely. I sure do. I work with all sizes. All sizes are welcome to House of Layla Monet.
Okay. I love it. Thank you. I just had to ask. ask. And so your podcast, She's All In. It's such a vibe. I listened to a couple of episodes. And so what inspired, the name and what's really kind of the message behind the podcast?
So with She Wins Community, last year we celebrated our second annual soiree, and each year at our anniversary we call it a soiree, but we always have a theme to it. So She's All In was our theme for last year, and our speakers showed up to encourage women to really tap into themselves. Like, we wanted women to show up and vow to tap into themselves. So She's All In is saying, I am here. I'm here to win. I am fully showing up. I'm going to do the work. I'm going to do all the things that I need in order for me to be successful.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
great, great, great. And listen, I got to capture Pastor Kathleen. I missed this early. She said, wow, compliments from others is a bonus. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
That's a good
Absolutely.
clause right there. And so with the Pink Sunday meetup and mixer, you got
Hmm.
that, you have the podcast, you have the location.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, you are doing it so well,
Thank
balancing everything so
you.
well. And I think a great example of that unstoppable confidence. And so, as you alluded
Absolutely.
to, earlier, anything
Yeah.
more you want to say around, confidence and owning your personal brand?
Yes. You most definitely have to show up being confident, because how can I offer my service or my leadership to somebody if I'm not even confident in what I am doing?
Yeah.
You have to feel other people, you have to allow other people to feel comfortable being in your presence and saying, yes, I want you to service me, I want to help you, I want you to help me, and they have to, sometimes you have to build a trust
That's good.
with your clients and with your community and the women that are around you. You know what I mean? So that's really important. So you have to be confident. You have to show up confident. And no matter what you do, you have to say, you know what? I know where I am right now. My brand can be of service for you and whoever, you just have to like really know that you're the best.
Yes, and I feel like
Yeah.
style and what you put on, listen, if
Mhm.
it boosts your confidence, buy it, get
Do
it,
it.
do
Exactly.
it. Like,
Not worry about what nobody say. Not worry about what nobody say or what anybody's gonna look at. If you feel like you want a color block, if you feel like you want to mix and match some patterns or whatever the case, that's do
mix and match.
you. Do
Do
you.
you,
If that's what's
do
gonna make
you.
you smile and feel confident, you do you.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Once again, how can people follow you online and connect with you online?
You can follow me at House of Layla Monet on all social media platforms, and you can follow me at Layla Monet and Co, which is my new company. I just opened up a new women's co-working space here in Richmond, so you can
What?
follow me there. You can also follow me at She Wins Community, as well as Layla Monet Beauty.
Wonderful. And if you're listening to the podcast, look down below in the show notes. We have the links there. And if you're on YouTube, look down below in the show notes. We have the links there. And if you're the easiest place is charvette.com, just
Yes.
charvette.com. That will take you to everything that you need there. Cookie from New York said, do you, Pastor Kathleen?
Absolutely, you have to. Yes,
You
Cookie,
have
I
to
agree
do.
with you.
Yes. And so, wow, our time just like flew on by. But the
No.
co-working space, tell us a little bit more. So located in Richmond, Virginia, what
Mhm.
is co-working? How does it work for your business?
So right now, on the 15th, I opened up Layla Monet and Co. And it's an intimate co-working space where women can come here. It's membership based. Women can come here. They can rent out some of the rooms. We have a conference room here where you can do meetings, virtual meetings. We also have a women's lounge, where you can come, put your feet up, kind of be in your own zone. We
Okay.
also have pop up opportunities for the business owners, CEO, brand owners, where they can do independent brand pop ups here as well. And we
Wow.
also have a dressing room, which I'm sitting in right now, to
Okay.
where that caters to fashion brand owners, and also you can rent it out, for you and your girlfriends are going out and y'all need some place to come and get dressed. It's also rent out to influencers, people, because content creating is big nowadays.
Yes, it is.
Content creating is big nowadays. So boutique owners, if you have new product and you want to be able to come and create content for your new product, it's
Wow.
also used as a bridal suite.
Okay.
where we cater to brides. Brides can come here, they can get dressed, get ready for their big day. And so I'm really excited. I'm just so thankful. I opened my launch was on the 15th, and I'm so excited. I thank for all of my members that are, getting membership and tapping in with me.
Yes.
It just feels good that women come here, they're working, they're studying, they're tapping in. So it really excites me.
Oh, wow. So this sounds perfect for if someone does not have office space, but needs like a
Exactly.
dedicated space to work.
Mm-hmm.
And certainly they can find out more about what membership looks like and all that. And even
Yeah.
photographers, I would think it would be a great space to connect with
Exactly.
photographers to
Yes.
come have brand photo shoots. So shout out to you on
Yes.
your location and all of
Thank
that.
you.
So we are
Thank you.
excited that we had the opportunity to salute you during Women's History Month. Yay. And the last question is, the goal of the show is to motivate, excite, and influence. And we want to know what continues to motivate Lakisha.
What motivates me is it makes me feel good to see that I can create and be an inspiration and an impact on another woman.
Mm.
Just being able to move in my purpose, fully move in my purpose, and how it can inspire someone that's next to me, or inspire the women that surround me to do the same thing. So that's it for me.
All right. Listen, that's awesome right there. We're getting
Yes.
congratulations in the
Thank
comments there.
you.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show, and
Thank
we
you.
wish you much more continued success.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
You're welcome. All right. Wow. It is a wrap for today. Today's show. I know this is a segment that you need to share with someone that's a business owner, or even like looking and seeking to be a business owner. Connect. Again, Charvette.com has a full blog post for our guest, her full bio, links to connect. We've also tagged on Instagram. Welcome. Hey, Instagram viewers. And we've also tagged certainly in Facebook. Shout out to YouTube. Just look down below in the show notes, and our podcast listeners, look down below in the show notes. It's a wrap for the Charlotte Mitchell Radio Show. And we're going to be seeing you all later on the web. Thank you so much for being a part of our listening and viewing audience. We appreciate you. Bye.
Live from Richmond, Virginia, you've been listening to the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show. Get Charvette Mitchell every Tuesday at 6 p.m., interviewing all the stars you want to hear from. So until next week, stay motivated, excited, and influenced. This is the Charvette Mitchell Radio Show.